sword of omens. Give me sight beyond sight. Beyond sight. Beyond sight.
Okay, let's do Shut-In since we all watched Shut-In, right? Did you watch Shut-In?
He didn't
I
watch
don't even know
Shut-In.
what the hell shut-in is.
See, this is what I hate about
the
us
reason-
not being in the same place because we can't force him to watch movies.
Well, that thing is too. Like, I didn't hit him up like I hit you up yesterday
Yeah.
because I know that he's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Like,
you know what was
if it's
yesterday?
not
Yesterday was
worth-
Wednesday. I was
Yeah.
dead ass probably asleep by like 10:30. I'd be exhausted. Nigga. I worked fucking almost 40 hours in like 3 days, like 3 to 4 days. like I
He's not
saved
gonna watch
myself
it.
for money.
Anyway,
Like,
so
You want me to do the synopsis or you?
yes, you
All right. So a quick synopsis of the movie because it kind of it's a taking place in one area kind of movie. The whole concept of it, I guess, is shut in. Like this lady and her husband and her 2 kids live in this farm cabin thing.
No, the husband doesn't live there.
Well, I just say live there because he always comes around. He seems like he always comes around from the movie, but they're drug addicts.
I don't
She's
know why
trying to
that
get
was funny.
clean. She's trying to get clean, and I think she's trying to leave. But there's this one room that once the door shuts, it locks.
It's a pantry.
Yeah,
It's a
And
really,
it's a big
it's a
pantry.
really old house. She inherited it from her grandmother. It was that
It's like an apple
old-
farm.
It's an old apple farm, yeah, apple orchard. And
Yeah.
she inherited it from her grandmother, but her grandmother didn't really keep it up towards the end because she was fucking old, and that's what people do.
And I don't understand
And
that
she was a heroin addict with her husband for a long time. She got out of rehab apparently, or halfway house or whatever. She has her 2 kids, and she's trying to clean up this house so she could sell it because she needs the money, and then she's moving to wherever the fuck. They don't specify.
So what they do in a lot of the movies, since the movie is based on that damn room, they always do that little thing where she goes in a room but she like keeps it open with her foot or puts a brick there and they emphasize on the brick or the foot.
Now,
like,
did you have the same thought I did?
what?
So the brick, when it was laid down on its side, underneath the door jamb, or you can turn it, and
Where
it
it's longer? Yeah.
where it's longer, and it won't
Listen, I gave up
be
on
sketchy. And
I gave up on movies because once I seen that, I was just like,
that annoyed the shit out of me. The first time I saw
Okay.
that, I was like, "Fucking turn the brick." You
and
dumb
wouldn't
bitch.
you think? Well, this is where like the suspension of disbelief, I guess, because it's like, okay, you are a recovering heroin addict, so maybe you didn't think of this.
Because you're
but-
dumb. You
but
killed
it's
some
like
brain cells.
you have a room in your house with 2 kids that locks automatically when the door shuts. Wouldn't you think to fix that? Like instead of like using your
she didn't
foot
give
or
a
a
shit because
brick.
she like most addicts think, I just need to get the money and get the fuck out of here.
Mhm.
She was just trying to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
So she was trying to, she's trying to pack with a toddler and a newborn, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's chaotic.
Yeah.
And
Her
you don't have
husband,
any,
her
and it's
husband-
pouring fucking raining outside, apparently.
So
Is
her
it
husband and her friend come
No,
there.
I'm talking about in the movie, dumbass.
Oh,
I wish it was pouring raining. We need some rain.
yes.
So it like Marissa said, yeah, they're trying to she's trying to pack up to leave, basically. Essentially, that's what she was trying to do. Her husband and her friend come over there. They're trying they locked her in a room, right?
No,
They kind of closed the door. Oh no, she was locked in a room. She has her daughter because the daughter can't do it.
Okay, so she got locked in the room. The husband came and opened the door and he said, "Oh, you fucking locked yourself in here again." So apparently, this happened to her.
Yeah.
A couple of times before. She hasn't learned her fucking lesson because she's fucking crackhead. I don't know. But he's looking for money. He knows that, this was her grandmother's place, and he assumed, old people got money stashed in fucking whatever, walls and books and what have you. And he went there trying to look for fucking money. And he has a dirtbag friend, like most junkies do. And apparently this dirtbag friend was a child molester. And she knew he was a child molester. So she's freaking out because she has 2 little girls. So she's like, get the fuck out of here and don't talk to my kids. You know, type of thing. So then...
Marissa's frustrated even just talking about it.
Because it's like such dumb shit. Because...
It is. Okay, so basically...
You know what it is? It's junkie mindset. And junkie mindsets fucking annoy me.
Yeah.
Because she winds up...
The husband comes there.
They get into an argument.
Yeah. Locks her in a room.
He locks her in the fucking... in the closet again. Or in the fucking room again.
Sure.
And not only does he lock her in there because the fucking door doesn't open from the inside, he hammers boards into the door, and she's got her hands up on the door trying to fucking get out, and he puts a nail through her hand. So now she's fucking crucified in one of her hands. Yeah, fucking stigmata and shit. So she's fucking bleeding. And then as a joke, he slides her meth through the door and says, oh, you're gonna fucking need this. Because he's like, oh, you think you're gonna be straight and you think you're all big and bad and this and that and fuck you, you know? And he leaves with his friend. So now she's really stuck in this fucking place with a toddler who's a fucking retard. And
a toddler.
and a baby, like a baby. Like, I want to say maybe 6 months old, if that. Baby. And she's stuck in this fucking room. And the only thing in this room is some old ass marmalade or some shit, fruit, whatever. And then she keeps staring at this crucifix. There's a Bible, and then there's like other random things on the shelves, but nothing that's barely useful. So she like tries to wrap up her hands, and it becomes this really weird, tense, like, how the fuck is she gonna get out? And there's these kids that are screaming and hungry, and what the fuck is she gonna do? And what they got right is her junkie mentality. Like, whoever wrote this did drugs.
You did it.
But because of the way she acted and reacted to certain things, a normal person would not fucking react this way. You know what I mean? Like, there were parts where, like, your kids are fucking crying, right? And as a parent, when that happens, it's like you would do anything to get out to fucking help them. But instead, she almost retreats.
Yeah, she's like, oh my God. Like, she seemed like annoyed.
God, like, shut the fuck up.
And she's talking to the...
Like, more like, I'm trapped in here. I'm bleeding. I'm the one that's fucking... Like,
see, I'll give you that. Maybe that's why I was getting frustrated watching it, because when she was talking to the daughter from the room, like, and the daughter was telling her, like, there's boards on there, you know, like, and I think the little girl said, I have to go to the bathroom. She's like, go to the bathroom. And then she was just like, oh, it's like, you see the little girl,
she was
like,
scared.
Yeah, and then she was peeing on the floor, and she's like, oh.
Yeah.
And I was just, in my head, I think I was getting, that's why I was just, like, looking at the movie, like, it's stupid. Because as I'm thinking, I'm not a parent, but I'm thinking, like, I'll be drop kicking that fucking door till I can't.
I mean, she tried. Yeah, she tried to like bang the door, but she's also like fucking 90 pounds because she's an ex-junkie, so she weighs like nothing.
Yeah, but like
and
you said,
weak.
I think she had the junkie mentality. But even after that, even after all this shit happened, right? And I'm not gonna fast forward it too much, but even after she got out and what she did then, and maybe it was her acting too. I was just like, you look like you don't give a fuck. Like, what the fuck is going on?
But one of the things that I liked was, so there's a part of the movie where the friend of the husband comes back, and
the
pedophile guy comes back, and she is completely horrified. Like, it's almost like she's more concerned about her daughter's innocence than she is of anything else. And maybe because she was violated at some point when she was younger or something, and so maybe that strikes a chord with her. But she's like begging this dude, like, please don't touch my daughter. Please don't fucking. And there's a point where he grabs the daughter, and you're like, fuck, he's gonna fuck the daughter, and she's gonna be in there. Like, that was my biggest fear, was like, he's gonna fuck the daughter while the mom is listening on the other side of the fucking. Like, that, I would kill myself at that point. You know?
I would kill that guy first before I kill myself.
But that was like that was my anxiety watching it. Like, oh my god, please don't do that. Please don't be one of those movies, you know. But then he convinced her, like, oh, yo, I have meth, and I'll give you my shit. Like, he gave it to me to make me do it, but I'm not gonna do it. I'll give it to you. And he's like, throw it out. And she's like, no, you gotta let me out. I'll bring it to you. And he wouldn't do it.
She showed it in the door crack because he thinks she was lying.
Yeah.
And he put his hand underneath the door to grab it, and then she had a screwdriver.
And she didn't. This is what's so great. She did not only stab his hand, but then she took a brick and hammered that shit down so that his hand was trapped in the like on the floor with the screwdriver in his hand, and he's begging and screaming and crying, and he can't move because his hand is fucking trapped in the ground with this fucking screwdriver. But she gives up the only tool that she has to fucking get her escape.
Yeah.
Now, I will say, this is fucking how people are dumb. She's in a pantry. In the pantry, you can see that part of the pantry is the stairs that goes upstairs. You know, like when you're in a room that has stairs above it, you can see like the steps. So why in the fuck would you try to break the ground when you could break the motherfucking steps? Right? Like, there's steps right there. That's wood and sheetrock and whatever the fuck. You're trying to break through tile and all that shit to go into the crawl space underneath the house and crawl your ass out. What the fuck is wrong with you? So the way she feeds her kids is she takes the jam and puts them on paper plates, and the kids eat jam for like, I don't know how many days that she's in there. She's in there for a fucking long ass time. And then something happens.
Yeah, I think the daughter turns on the upstairs tub, and it overflows, starts leaking in, and then she sees like a hole in the ceiling.
No, before that happens, how does the fire happen?
Fire?
You don't remember the fire?
No.
So the guy who's pinned onto the ground, somehow she lights him on fire. You don't remember that part? That was great. Oh my god. So he grabs the girl again. That's what it is. He grabs the girl again, and the woman finds either kerosene or propane or something and throws it on him and lights it. And
wasn't that after she gets out?
No, that was before she gets out. She fucking burns him to death. He's screaming at the top of his lungs. And I'm like, how is this not burning the house up? How do you not remember him going on fire?
Because I don't remember that. Because I remember his hand being in there. She escapes through the ceiling of the room because of the tub.
Yeah.
Then she goes down to see him, and he's just like laying on the floor.
Yeah, because he's burnt to death.
Well, he wasn't. Because obviously, after she gets out and takes her...
Her husband comes back.
Yeah, but before that, she finds her kids, sees him, kicks him, whatever, takes the kids up to the room, and then leaves the kids in the room, and then tries to go outside. I'm trying to think, because it's all like a jumble. It's like a mix to me.
Yeah, it's all a blur, because there's like running inside, running outside, breaking the fucking window of the car. It's like all kinds of stupid ass shit that happens.
Yeah, like she breaks the window of the car, doesn't go in the car, grabs a bag,
for the food.
pouring rain,
Yeah,
Then
because
the bag
he
rips.
drops
She
all the
leaves
kids'
the
food.
bag
Yeah,
and then
she-
goes back in the house anyway. And then the guy's alive, takes the infant, holds it
Oh,
by
right.
knife, like I'm gonna
Right.
fucking kill this little infant kid.
yeah.
While the daughter's there crying. The husband comes back home, tells him, "Hey, don't like get off my kid or whatever." Doesn't listen.
He
Shoots up in the
shoots.
sky.
Yeah,
Of the sky. Then the guy lets the baby go, and then he
and
tells
then
the
he
girl
kills
like,
the
"Hey,
guy.
take the kids and go." And then pop, pop. Then they act like nothing happened. They go in the kitchen. He makes them food. She tries to mix his food with more of the drugs to
Well,
for
because he
OD.
wants her to do. He's like, we can be junkies together again.
Yes, like a big happy family. But
Yeah,
this
like
is
a
why,
big
like,
happy junkie family.
so she tries to, she mixes whatever jam, the apple jam, whatever, with some of the drugs. Tries to poison him with like OD.
It takes a
He's
long
starting to
time.
do the drugs and stuff like that. Tries to get her to do it. She's like, "Ah, not right now." And then he was just like, I think he does it first, and
Yeah.
she's just like, wait a minute, and then he starts feeling a certain way, like, oh, what the fuck, what the hell's going on? And this is why I'm saying like this stupid movie, because she's trying to do this all sneakily, like, or he's gonna OD, pass out. I got my kids and go. It's like, oh yeah, I poisoned your food, and he's like, what? I'm gonna kill you, and because he's not ODing at the second, he just feels a little weird. And then she's like, yeah, I put a lot of whatever, and then all that. So now she has to fight him with a gun. Like he has a gun. She's trying to fight him, and then how does she kill him? Does she take the gun from him and shoot him? I
I
don't
think
know.
eventually he just ODs. I don't know. It's so
Yeah.
dumb.
It's dumb. And then she doesn't leave with the kids. I think everything is settled, and then now it's a big happy family just with her and the two kids. And
Yeah,
she's
and now all of a sudden the rotten orchard is no longer rotten, and she's
Yeah.
living happily ever after.
yeah.
No cops, no investigation, nothing.
I that's why I told you when I first watched this movie, I gave up. But when you told me like, no, I keep watching, I was like, fuck. And then I watched it again. I was just like, it's nothing but dumb shit. I was just like, all of it was just dumb.
I just found it interesting because of the way that it was shot and the fact that it was in one or two rooms of the house. I
yeah,
kind of liked it, and because I understand the junkie mentality in a way.
yeah.
Not that I understand it, but
She's not saying that she was a junkie or anything.
no.
For people listening.
I'm just saying, like I recognized what it was that she was.
Yes.
So anyway, yes,
I'd give that movie a 2.
yes.
Give it an 8.
Just to be an
Just 'cause
asshole.
you didn't see it.
Oh shit.
And that bothers me that I can't remember the part where she lit him on fire. She really
what
did light him on fire.
The background.
That was unexpected.
But she did light him on fire, and I can't remember the
Oh,
circumstances
that's
of to
great.
why she lit him on fire or how she lit him on fire. But do you remember the scene too when she's like telling the girl, "I need a screwdriver. Go find me a screwdriver."
And then she
Or I
brings
need
all this
something-
other stuff.
Yeah, or I need something hard so I can get out of here. And she brings like all kinds of weird, random things. I'm like,
Yeah.
this little girl's retarded. I'm like, why is she
And she
my
was-
first
And the
one?
mother was getting all frustrated, like, I can't break the door open with this. Like, come on, like,
Like, don't be a fucking idiot. Come on. It's like,
Oh.
I'm sorry I wasn't there for you as a mother and taught you what hard things were.
it's just bad. I've been trying to look for a good horror movie, and
I've been even trying to. American Horror Stories is doing a Bloody Mary episode. I'm gonna try that out.
yeah. I
They
didn't
did
like
they did a Dollhouse episode that I thought would be promising.
yeah.
was
October. Me and you got to talk about October and what we have to do.
October?
Yeah, we should do it like. Yeah, we have to do something different,
Yeah,
special.
something more spooky.
I got
Maybe.
cool October shirts.
Oh,
I really did though. I went to Spencer's today and they had some cool ones. I got a
the
Predator
October
joint.
shirts.
I got
Oh,
one
that
with like
was pretty
Cthulhu.
cool. I saw the one in the Predator one. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got another one. I forgot what the other one I got. Oh, I got the Halloween Michael Myers one.
He went splurging today. He was like, "I'm buying something for me for my birthday."
Yeah, I needed to update my graphic tees. I retired some. And then
I retired some.
I know. Sometimes you just gotta get rid of some of your old shit. You gotta purge. You gotta binge and purge, man.
Yeah.
Basically.